Two. Y'all climb on in, climb on in. Climb on in, y'all. Climb on in. Don't forget to get the merchandise. Don't forget to get the merchandise. Oh, what up, Jessica? AKA Hurricane Sheena, AKA Jessica Sheena. AKA Jessica Sheena. With two E's. What up, Hunter Johnson? I don't even really know you like that. Borp in the building? Come on now, you know it ain't a cookout, party, event, cabaret, concert, or meetup if Borp the Dweeb isn't attending. You already know that, man. The big shout out to the big homie Borp the Dweeb. And shout out to Nasty Nash, aka Athanasius, aka McNasty, aka Nash. You know it's not an ordeal if Nash isn't in attendance. You already know that, man. I don't even know why y'all playing like you could do something without Nash being there. If Nash ain't there, it's a waste of air. Flat out. Man, what's up? We got Blue Waffle in the building. Blue Waffle, the big homie, aka write all my comedy specials, aka Mr. Late with the last script, aka my joke writer. What's up with you? Yeah, you already know what time it is. Granny's Blue Waffle write all my jokes. If Granny's Blue Waffle don't write it, I don't like it. Flat out. You already know what time it is, man. Oh darn, aka best friend in the building. What's up, best friend? Aka I'll slap a nigga, aka I still play with action figures, but don't get me fucked up. You already know what time it is, man. The big homie, oh darn, aka best friend, got unlimited action figures. I'm just a motherfucker with a bus pass. Nah, you my comedy writer. Man, what's up with y'all? Y'all climb on in, climb. Ah, fuck. Not you. That was a motherfucker. Climb on in like that? You gonna do that? You just gonna test me like that while I'm live streaming? Oh, he fell out. Okay. Let me stop saying y'all climb on in, because the Nat just got the wrong message. This nigga flew in my eye. Man, what's up, man? I was gonna wait to do this, but y'all know I sold the skid steer. Y'all know how I do things when I go through that whole level up process and try to become a better version of me than I was, say, 2, 3, 5, 6 months ago. Yeah, so I did that thing. I sold off a bunch of stuff to be able to afford a bunch of other stuff. And I bought this bad boy right here cash. So I own this shit right here. Here y'all go. Cause I know a lot of people, they was asking me about it. They was like, yo, let's see the new truck. There you go right there. 2016 Ram 1500. It ain't much, but I keep it clean though. And it put that work in. And it ride a lot better than my Chevy Silverado. And it could tow a lot more. Don't ask me what gears I have in the back. 5.7, no Hemi tick, no broken manifold stud. Yeah, just straight black. You know, I bought it like that. Running boards on there, 20s, which I had a problem with it first, because I'm used to having a bigger tire. I'm not really a wheel guy, but you know that bitch came with 20s on it. The previous owner painted the caliper red. I don't know why he did that. The badge back here was red too. So I had to go to the dealership. I bought a black badge because that's how it's supposed to come. So I put that badge on there. I don't know why the fuck these young boys keep painting shit red. Like just the accent shit. But yeah, I had to restore that back to its original spec. No RAM box, but it is what it is. Came with the tonneau cover. You see the backup cam right there? Yeah, I know you see it. You see the license plate number too. If you're a cop, you could look me up. I have no warrants. It is what it is. Oh, you already see the hitch. Clean hitch receiver, clean hitch. BMW, this bitch was expensive. Don't sit up here and try to play me like y'all don't know the BW hitch is expensive. And it got the bed line inside from the factory. All that shit bed line in there. I bought a weather mat. But I keep the same shit in here. Y'all already know what time it is. Get a bit bed line. You already know what time it is. Yeah, that's about not 300. It's like 260. $260 hitch. But it's worth it. I do a lot of towing. I want to make sure I have something decent. I don't just go to AutoZone and get whatever the fuck they got there. I just, you know, and I can flip it, you know. And it's adjustable. Excuse me, it's adjustable. So I had it at the first one all the way up top with the Chevy Silverado because it's squatted. This one I got it down on the second one. This one, it got the HD springs in the back too, so it doesn't sag under load. Like you carry like 7,000 pounds easy. I'm not quite sure on the payload capacity, but you know, fuck it, leave it to Beaver. Man, y'all already see the inside. Y'all know that boy ride clean, man. Stop playing with me. Man, stop playing, man. This shit basic too. I just bought the weather mat. They go from yan on over to yan. Schmack. And it got the storage in this. Let me see if I can go down here without. It got the little storage boxes right here. I keep the batteries in here. Look at the door BG. Yeah, the payload capacity, it's in the door jam. I know how much this could tow up to 10,500 pounds. And let's go check out the front. You already know what time it is, man. I did buy seat covers. These are seat covers. These some of the best seat covers. They were a bitch to install too. But it looked like it came like this from the factory with leather seats, but it didn't. These seat covers. I got the WeatherTech. Y'all see I got the trailer brake controller right there. I swapped from the Chevy. And that bitch is the clean as it wanna be. Fuck you mean? Backup cam. You already know what time it is. I had to get a cover for that. What up, hot one? Just in here doing one. Showing the people what I put my money towards. Hard-earned money. I was gone all last month because I was busting my ass. You already know what time it is. Let me get a business card. Just in case they want to say the bull don't work. You already know what time it is. You see it. Ray's Firewood. Ray Diggs. Right there. I got one of these for everybody who get any product from me. Fuck you mean? This bitch is clean as it wanna be. You told me backup cameras are gay after I installed mine. Well, oh darn, using that metric, I'm gay as fuck. And I don't care. I love my backup camera. I don't even see myself getting another truck that doesn't have a backup camera. I'm gonna just be honest with y'all. And if y'all want to go ahead and depart, it's all good. At least I still have a backup camera. Now, moving on. Moving on to my favorite part. Your last name Diggs? Yeah, I'm a Diggs. Moving on to my favorite part, the engine bay. Oh yeah, check that out. The front brakes, the brake caliper was red. I replaced the brake caliper like a couple days ago because this side was getting a little hot. And y'all know I'm autistic with it, so I went ahead and replaced both brake calipers and brake hoses. I don't play that shit. Yeah, just a little basic, you know. It is what it is. It's not a Dodge Ram, it's a Ram. Dodge doesn't make pickup trucks no more. Here we go. Man, I know y'all sick, man. Stop playing. Hey, CJ. CJ, stop playing with me, man. Stop playing. Stop, CJ. You see that? That's hard time hustle right there, man. They say this the last year they making this engine too. They gonna replace the 5.7 Hemis and the 6.4 Hemis with a Hurricane inline 6-cylinder. So they gonna have the 6 cylinders doing, you know, what the V8s used to do, and the 4 cylinders. So when you get these big full-size trucks, all they gonna come with now is the either 4-cylinder or a 6-cylinder. That's it. So they really try and step away from the V8s. As a matter of fact, Chrysler, not Chrysler, but Fiat Chrysler, not Fiat Chrysler, but Stellantis, all their parent companies in Europe have been getting fined heavily for their continuation of the Hemi engines, the gas guzzlers that don't meet EPA standards, and the EPA is stepping their game up for 2024. So they really cracking down on automotive manufacturers out here and in Europe about their engines, fuel efficiency. So that's why when you go buy these new trucks, you see they starting to add on a whole bunch of other bullshit. You know, it's kind of like what they did with the DEF, for the diesel engines, and they're just choking the life out of it. They got diesel exhaust filter and the fluid and all that other shit. Man, they really trying to step. They really doing their damn thing. But yeah, here it is, clean as a whistle. And you already see it. Clean as a motherfucking whistle. Stop playing with me, man. This bitch clean as it wanna be. I like how I have a clutch fan. Yeah, I got a clutch fan. My Chevy had an electrical fan. I like that it has a clutch fan that's more dependable than the electric fan. It's really basic. I like these. Something I can appreciate too is these what the fuck is it? Not cooling lines, but what's this shit called? I'm brain farting right now. The coming from the AC condenser, the compressor lines. Nah, it ain't the AC lines. Yeah, I appreciate these AC lines because in the case you have to replace this engine, or you don't have to disconnect the AC lines. You remove the compressor, and this is enough slack for you to slide this bitch to the side. You heard? Get you a rag, put over the fender. You can slide this whole AC condenser that's in front of the radiator on over, so you won't have to refill your get your AC refilled. Cause this takes a updated Freon. I forget what the fuck it is. Not R34. It's some new shit, and that shit is expensive. Yeah, man, but that's the engine. That's the business end. So when I bought the truck, the dude said, when I showed up, I got it private. So basically it was a Filipino guy, he owned it, and he was just using it to drop his granddaughter off at piano practice. And he was just parking it because he got a little a cargo van that he used for work. And this one was just parked. So he wasn't using it, wanted to sell it. Said the dealership was trying to give him $10,000 for this. So he had it listed for like 14,000. I showed up with 11,000 cash. So, but yeah, I started it up. I did. When you go to buy a used vehicle, of course you want to, especially if it's a truck, you want to check the frame underneath of it. You want to check, you know, all that bullshit. Make sure no rust. If you do see a little bit of rust, maybe you could use that to negotiate on the price. Miles, 192,000. 192,000. I ain't even gonna hold you. Yeah, 192,000. So I did my research on the Fords and the Chevys. I wanted to stay with Chevy so bad, but the Chevys were expensive. Not only were they expensive, the Chevy lifter issue is more prevalent than the lifter issues in the Ram 1500 with the Hemi engines. So I basically picked my poison. Either Ford, and I hit up Freedom Inc. and I was talking to Freedom Inc. Like 3 weeks ago before I went live for the first time after my break, and I was just rapping with Freedom Inc. on his Ford because I wanted a 2500, but they were expensive, and the only ones they had readily available that was in my price range had the 6.0 Power Stroke, the 2500s. People were holding on to the 7.3 Godzillas, the 6.7s, and the 6.0s. If you don't know, people say that's like one of the worst motors in the history of automotive anything. It's like the worst fucking motor, and people say you bulletproof them, they're just fine. But then I'm not really a diesel guy, you know, so there's no way for me to readily tell if you really did get it bulletproof. Like one guy, he had a 2012 F250 6.0, and he wanted like 14,000 for it. And I was trying to talk him down in the list, and he said, yeah, it's been bulletproof, da da da, blah blah, la da 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 da. But there's no fucking way. So I just settled for the 1500, and I'm not really towing that much. I'm not really looking. A dump trailer is not in my immediate future, so I said, why not? I'm gonna just stick with the 1500s, but I'm gonna go Ram because they seem to have less problems than the Chevy Silverados and the GMCs, believe it or not. In the Fords, you either choose, if you wanted something over 2010, you could choose from the 5-liter Coyote, the 3.5 EcoBoost. And I was looking, I was about to pull a plug on the EcoBoost, but when I went up there, the dude, it was just a shit box. I'm talking about like you throw a stick of dynamite in a fucking 1998 Camaro, let it blow up with you standing next to it, and that's how I felt driving that bitch when I went to test drive it. That shit was just horrible. Partially due to lack of maintenance, but the overall feel of the truck was just shit. And that just left a bad impression on me. That bitch fast though. That 3.5 EcoBoost Ford got that shit fast. But ultimately I just decided I'm gonna stay away from that because it got a turbocharger on it, and I don't want to deal with that. Then I looked up basic shit, maintenance on it, like how to change the oil. That shit was just like a process. This is a process too, because where the oil filter is, but when you buying a vehicle, you just keep this shit in mind. Like, yo, look up, you know, how to change oil, the random issues people be having with it. Join a group on Facebook, see what the fuck they talking about. And I joined the Toyota group. Toyotas are shit. People keep saying, oh, I'm going to get a Toyota Tundra now. Toyota Tundra, that's a shit truck too. Toyota got they shit with them. If not they engines, they transmissions, and then the inside just tends to fall the fuck apart. You got a lot of people that, on the Toyota Tundra fanboy pages, and they just talking about trading it in. That's what a lot of people do. The first time they buy a vehicle, and the first time something goes wrong with it, they trading it in and trading up to get the next model that came out or the next generation. And it's just a revolving door of just non-ownership, and that doesn't incentivize manufacturers to get their shit together and actually produce a product that's actually durable. But I'm not just putting the blame on the manufacturers, because you got you know, the government, you got EPA on some wild shit. And then it's something else. It's the National Highway Safety Patrol. It's the NH something that's more fucked up than the EPA, but they're kind of like in the shadows. And then Europe got its own little bullshit. So if you got like a Chrysler, which isn't um, owned by the government, like GM, the General Motors brand, like Cadillac and Chevy and Buick and Hummer and GMC, all those are owned by the government. What happened in 2008 when that company was going bankrupt, GM, they had to get a bailout from the government, woo, 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 and now the government owns them. So when you asking questions like, damn, why they doing this? They don't care about their customers. I wouldn't say that. It's just that when, you know, with that government money came certain stipulations. And Chrysler sold out to Europe, so basically Fiat, that's some Italian shit, and Fiat and the whole Stellantis ordeal that they going through with their European government, that's going to affect your all Fiat Chrysler products in America, basically. So yeah, at this point you just gotta pick your poison. Toyota's a shit now. I'm telling you, I got my ear to the streets. They give you as much problems as maybe not Chevys but Fords. So yeah, man, you see it. No, you see it. This bitch rides smooth as hell too, and they got a whole lot of storage. So I just went ahead, pulled the plug on this. Yeah, a lot of people lease a vehicle. They go to the dealership and they'll buy something, trade it in next year. A lot of people they don't own vehicles no more. So I own this truck. Um, you know, you say taxes and all that shit, but I own this truck. I'm not making no payments on it. The insurance is reasonable. Um, yeah, so this isn't really costing me money every month. So um, when I use this to make the money I'm gonna make with it, I'm gonna be operating in the black. So that's one thing I like about just paying shit forward and getting it out the way. But a lot of people, they just go to the dealership and they trade in last year's model. You got a whole bunch of Ford people already looking forward to getting a 2024 Ford F-250 and trading in their 2022. And people are like trading it adds to the problem. And then those same people don't understand why the problem persists. You know, it's because of a lack of ownership. When you don't own shit, you don't feel the need to actually fix it. Like if this Hemi develops lifter tick tomorrow, I'ma actually have to get my hands dirty going in and fix that shit. I'm gonna have to replace some roller lifters, knock out them MDS solenoids if they come out in one piece. I'm gonna have to take off the timing case, remove the chain, the cam gears, remove the cam. I'm gonna have to do the whole 9 yards. But a lot of people they don't do that no more, which is understandable. A lot of people don't have time. A lot of people got to go to work. They rather just trade it in the first sign of problems. But you gotta understand that adds to the overall problem. So yeah, that's my new truck, man. I figured I owed y'all that much since I've been gone so long. I've been hustling. And yeah, one more look at this engine bay. This bitch clean, boy, I tell you. You can eat a sandwich off this bitch. I ain't even gonna hold you. I already had to replace the wiper jets. Those are some shit wiper jets. All this right here, this a new hose. Nah, no oil burning, no nothing. No nothing. Look at that. The traditional, I haven't had a vehicle with a radiator cap in a long fucking time. I'm actually pleased to see this shit right here. A lot of these newer vehicles, like after 2002, They got a sealed radiator. The only thing they have is an expansion tank, and you pour the coolant in there. But this my expansion. Well, this the reservoir. This ain't an expansion tank, and that's how you check the coolant level. Radiator cap right there. I purposely stayed away from modified vehicles of any kind. Like, it was a couple of them. Dude had an aftermarket air intake system. I just want my shit stock. I want everything factory original. That's it, man. I don't want to see no cold air intake when I pop the hood. Because people, when you see and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with a cold air intake, but when you see that, understand what type of person you're about to buy the car from. They tend to fiddly fuck with shit, all right? And when a car owner fiddly fucks with shit, unless they keep a record, or they're the type of person who, I don't know how to explain it. There tends to be other shit wrong with the vehicle that they have fucked with. Like, 7 times out of 10, if you see a cold air intake when you pop the hood and they got an aftermarket radio, it probably didn't hook up to the original harness. They probably cut and spliced wires. So that takes away from the overall value of the vehicle. I don't like shit like that. And then too, sorry guys, nobody's gonna give you $5,000 over market value for your lifted truck. People be hella disappointed going to the dealership. They done put a 6-inch lift on they shit and put 35-inch Nito mud grappler tires on it, and they're only trying to give me $20,000. Yeah, man, that's how the game go. They're not gonna pay you for the aftermarket shit you put on your truck. But yeah, that bitch clean. What year? 2016. It's a 2016. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna start it up. If y'all want to hear, y'all want to hear a little guy like cold start. I'll start it up. Yeah, I'll start it up. I'll start it up. Fuck it. Everything factory too. I'm over that phase of wanting to put aftermarket exhaust on my shit. I'm just an old man now. I don't want that shit. I don't want no fancy exhaust. This shit already too loud for my liking, to be honest with you. To me, this shit loud. But let me go ahead and give y'all a quick. Man, Nasty Nation, I know I'm a youngin', but I done been there, done the whole modified shit, and I'm over it. Boiler exhaust. Nah, that's stock. They come like that. That's factory. Everything under that bitch factory. I did the whole modified exhaust thing with the Jeep, and it was just nothing but problems. You hit on fuel injectors fine. Fan going, other than that, it's as quiet as a church mouse. Yep. That's the end of the Hemi engine though. That era is done. They phasing it out. It's the last year they making them. That's it. That's a wrap. What they're going to start putting in their trucks now is the Hurricane motor, straight six. You got a lot of straight six, the inline six fans. They're like, yeah, inline six is the most balanced engine and it's the most durable. Can nothing replace that V8 roar though? It just don't sound. That six cylinder don't sound the same. That bitch just smooth, low tone. Like I said, it got the eco. Let me show y'all the inside. My control panel. Nah, all this stock. I didn't do nothing with the throttle. Basically, I just use these buttons in. So this way I can see. It's gonna give me all the information that I need, the important shit like transmission, fluid temperature, oil temperature. Let me see. Let me go to vehicle info. So you see it's giving me my transmission temp so I can monitor that while I'm towing. Right now it's at 95. My oil temperature, the oil pressure, oil life, battery volt, all that good shit. So usually when I'm driving, I just keep it on this screen. Or when I'm towing, I just keep it on that. That way I get my coolant, transmission, and oil temperature, along with the pressure. Yeah, but outside, other than that, going on the fuel economy, do a trip. That on the speedometer. Yeah, man, that's it. This is the basic too. This shit basic as fuck. The ERS, limit the gear. So for people who aren't familiar with the ERS, that's basically just the electronic range selector for your transmission. It doesn't put your transmission in manual mode, but you can kind of have a better overall control over what your transmission is doing. For instance, if I'm towing a load, say I got 6,000 pounds in the trailer behind me, I'm towing, and I'm going downhill. When you go downhill, let's say you in third gear, you just hit this minus button right here, and then you can kick it up. You just kick it up a little bit, like 6, and that way You got more. The engine is helping you brake. You got the engine braking, and that's gonna put less stress on your trailer brakes and the brakes on your truck. All tow haul mode does it a little bit, but you can better control it with which gears. And if you're going up a hill, you need to rev a little higher so you don't overheat the transmission. You're going up, just take it down. You know, you can just boop, boop, take it down. Let's say you're in 6, you can go down to 5, and that should give you higher revs, and that'll take a lot of the grunt work off the transmission and spread the load evenly. That way you're not overheating the fluid in your transmission. Just little simple shit like that. You know, that's all. Little shit like that I appreciate. I'll leave the keys in there. I got a spare set. But yeah, that's the truck. BG riding in style. Man, that's what I do, man. I had to like I said, I paid cash for that. So I had to sell a skid steer, which I didn't really want to do, but the skid steer was one of those man, I got a lot of money for that skid steer. That's why I'm telling y'all, when y'all see me invest in certain things, I make good investments. That skid steer was a good investment, and I sold it for more than I bought it, type shit, like thousands of dollars more. Um, then I sold the Chevy, but I told y'all I've been needing a truck for a while. That's why when O'Darn was talking about getting the tractor, I was like, man, the responsible thing for me to do would be to get a truck at this point. Not only was I having rust issues with my Chevy Silverado, the rust on that thing crept up. Um, it was just time to, I could tell, man, it was just that time I needed another truck. And I was looking for something heavier duty than the 1500 I had, but even though this a Ram, a comparable model, but it does tow more. And this truck right here, it was just a wise investment for me. Seeing as though I use trucks, I actually work with my trucks. You know, I don't want a truck just because I want a truck to drive back and forth to work. Like, my truck is my office. And the truck is one of the most important parts of all 3 of my businesses. So that was just a wise investment. And it doesn't, you take care of it, it's not going to depreciate like, say, something like a BMW would, or something like that. Because when you look on the market right now for used trucks, prices are high as fuck. But yeah, man, the skid steer, the Chevy went. Yeah, man, I was letting shit go. Chevy ain't like a rock when it comes to rust. Man, hell no. I don't know what the fuck they was doing in the factory during that era, but they weren't spraying anti-rust coating on the fucking frame. I tell you what. I tell you what. The way the rust crept up on me, that shit was insane. I'm talking about like just one like when I seen it, I was like, oh, that's a little scrap. When I bought the Chevy, that was just 2 years ago. It was like, oh, that's a little, like I seen the shit. I should have not, like I seen it. But that shit just spread. That shit is really like cancer. That shit like cancer. That shit spread like cancer. And once it starts, ain't no fucking stopping. The frame was good, but and then too, I was even having problems selling the Chevy. I was like, yo, no fucking check engine light. I got the knock sensor situation straightened out. Um, Man, the bitch, it rolled. I had ice cold AC. Y'all know the Chevy. Y'all know Tamara, the big back bitch. And Tamara was official. It'll pull. It'll chad. Um, but yeah, people were just showing up. They were like, yo, but these cab corners, though. Look at this rocker panel. You know? They was like, yo, this rocker panel. I was like, man, that ain't shit on the frame. Like talking about, man, ain't shit. Yeah. And then the dude at the inspection station, he called my shit a trash truck. Cause I took my shit to the inspector station, and cause I needed emissions and inspect. You know, they still do that shit in Virginia. I took my shit to him, cuz didn't even get in it. It was, foreign dude. Like, I don't know where the fuck was he from, Lebanon or some shit, like a Lebanese or some shit. He didn't even get in. I was still in the line waiting to go through. He just looked. He pulled up. He looked. He was like, "There's a lot of rust." I said, "Oh, here he go with that bullshit." He said, "Yeah, there's a lot of rust." He said, "This isn't safe." I said, "Nigga, inspect. Go down the checklist, nigga. Airbags, honk the horn, make sure the windows roll up, the bitch drive, got reverse." He was like, "Yeah, this." So in Virginia, at least, they down on you about rust. Like, they really, like, it's certain states and counties, they not gonna pass you if they see your shit got rust on the rock like that shit. They'll tell, they won't even fail you. They'll just tell you they can't inspect it. But the dude I took it to, he called my Chevy Silverado a trash. He was like, the truck is just trash. I was like, no, nigga, these cab corners can be fixed. So we was up there going back and forth, popping with him on this shit. I was like, I can fix this shit. He was like, no, yeah. So that's when I was like, man, I've been saying I needed to get a truck. Might as well buckle down, get to work, and really get out there on some dope boy shit and make shit happen. No issues in Arizona with rust. I mean, sometimes vehicles come from other places, like say, like people up north, like in Massachusetts, in Connecticut, New York, they'll buy a vehicle from, say, Virginia and sell it up there and mark it up like $10,000-$12,000. Well, maybe not that much, but they'll mark it up. Like a vehicle that you should pay no more than like $8,000 for, they're gonna be up that bitch selling it for 12, talking about zero rust, and that's a big thing up there. So it makes sense. But sometimes when let's say you buy a vehicle from up there because it's cheap, that's what a lot of people from down here do. The same vehicle you can get from down here, you go up there, you can get it for $3,000 cheaper. So a lot of people, they'll get in the car, make that road trip, go to New York, buy a Chevy Silverado, get everything switched over in their name, Virginia. Now when you come, and that shit start to rust. So now when you go to buy it, you like, damn, it's rusting like that in Virginia? Nah, they got it from up there. It's just the title and everything, that shit title in Virginia now, because they got it. They the second owner. So that's what a lot of people in no rust states tend to do. Like they want to cheap out and go to a state. Like in New Jersey, you go to New York, Connecticut, Massachusetts, man, all that shit. I'm looking at this shit on the marketplace, Jane, on Craigslist. They got trucks up there for like $8,000-$9,000. I'm talking about like 2014s and up. But they come with some shit. Like when the process has already been started, but that's what a lot of people want to do. They cut corners. They just try to save a little bit of money on the back end, especially people who aren't selling cars. And I done sold enough cars in my lifetime to know I know how to recognize the shit for what it is when I see it. So that's how people down here end up with rust buckets, because the shit come from up north because somebody thought they was getting a good deal. But what they didn't see was 2-3 years down the road, that one little spot or those couple spots on the frame and on the chassis, on the body, and they shit gonna spread. Like, a lot of people don't have that foresight. Bitching about rust is the primary bargaining tool, and that shit serious. Especially when you in a county that does inspection. They get that shit clear coated. Uh, Go ahead, pull out the Pull 15 kit and hit that front. I don't give a fuck what you gotta do, but yeah. Uh, this is a Virginian truck though. This is where it came from. So I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. I'm the third owner. Straight Virginia. Usually foreign cars are imported to Baltimore port. This has been a guy in the shipyard to sell Midwest Mini Coopers and selling. Yeah, if you in an area they put a lot of salt down, or you up north, you gotta hit that car wash up. Like, that shit ain't just vanity. That shit is a must. Like, especially the drive-through joints. They got the undercarriage spray on them. The jets on the bottom that hit the undercarriage. Yeah. Some people get sick of that. They don't want to spend money every time. Say they got a snowstorm and supposed to have some ice, and they just, man, let that shit sit on their truck until the summer, and then hit it when they hose thaw out in the spring, and then But yeah, man, you gotta keep that shit washed off. Man, I got two more. What's up with y'all? Y'all climb on in. I just did the fuck out one. I just showed y'all some level up shit. On some I had to make sacrifices to get what the fuck I got type shit. What's up with y'all? What's up with you though? Oh, shout out the Red Bar too. Shout out the Red Bar. I seen that dumbass clip he put out of me. Shout out to him. And shout out to the dude that was in the comment section saying that I'm LARPing, like I really do work, but the sock on my head never has no sawdust in it. And he was in the comment section on that Red Bar clip. Yeah, I seen that shit. Shout out to him. I got you boys fooled out here, like I really be putting that work in. I don't put no fucking work in. If Barricade Garage has you people think he actually works, and he's never dirty, and he never has sawdust in his hair or his shower. Like, hell yeah. Yeah, this a lark. This a whole ass lark, fam. I get my wood from the Wiggly Piggly. Fuck he talking about. I'm just out here my wood. Who do you think Jorge and them stack that wood? Jorge and Iglesias and them stack that wood. I ain't stack that shit. I don't do no work. I just tell y'all I do work so I can be more relatable to you broke people, and y'all can feel like, oh, somebody like us. I don't really do no work like somebody. Yeah, so shout out to Red Bar and that one commenting dude. Yeah, I be LARPing as a mechanic. My hand's soft as fuck. If I touch you right now, you thought you've been touched by an angel. My shit's soft. Let me tell you right now, you be like, oh. The Never Ending Story theme song is gonna play if I touch you. You be like, yo, is that a pillow? For my shit cotton soft. Fuck you mean? You just do like this. Who else shout out? Yeah, shout out to Walk You Mean, aka Lil Man, aka Can you please get out the left lane, aka Hurry up and move over, American. Uh, aka 20 under the speed limit. Uh, aka Walk You talking about. Uh, aka Baby Walk, aka Walks Up. Shout out to Tyrone. I got the notification for Tyrone's Strawberry stream the other day. When was that? Yesterday, and he was talking about the On Benjamin and Curtis Stone shit. And I was like, I was tuned into that shit because I was riding out. I was headed across town, riding out, and that shit. Then he started playing the stream. Little Baby Walk came in. She was like, "Oh, they're doing it on Hoax Wars." So I went over there, seen people over there on Hoax Wars covering this shit. That shit was just like entertaining. Um, I thought Curtis Stone was going to show up and do the whole sorry thing, but you know he kind of held his ground. You know he didn't go hard as I would have went, but you know keeping with his personality. He's a man. God, yeah, that's what I want. Look, man, listen, people like Curtis Stone. Um, you're not going. Look, y'all don't know how to deal with Owen Benjamin for real. Um, to be perfectly honest with you guys, the only way to deal with a nigga like Owen Benjamin is to be a nigga. Shout out to Joker Bear, aka Schizo Bear. He told me he was like, why you have to be act all like a nigga on that's how you gotta be. You gotta come out blasting him, his kids, his wife, and everybody the fuck else around him. Otherwise, he don't respect that shit. So it's like when you try and make a point about something he does, and then he says the opposite when you point out hypocrisy, that shit can fly over his head, his audience head, because then he gonna come back to you with some comedic shit and try to level out the situation or the ordeal and make it seem like you making a big deal out of it when it's not even really a big deal. The only way to break past that shit is just to be a nigga. A hardcore Nigga Tupac shit. And that's what the fuck I was. And that's why he said when Curtis Stone brought me up on their stream, he was like, Barricade Garage was right. Benjamin cut him off and said, no, me and Barricade Garage, we have friendly back and forths. He doesn't get butt hurt over jokes. I said, see, that's that shit right there. That's that master manipulator shit right there. A nigga knows how to handle somebody that does that. Somebody like Curtis Stone, because that's not in his personality. So let's say if Curtis Stone does act outside his personality, Benjamin could be like, look, and his audience can see that and be like, damn, you acting like a different person with him. You supposed to take the high road. Y'all know me, I don't take no high road. I get straight nigga with you. So that whole, you're supposed to be taking the high road, or you're supposed to be a Christian, or you're supposed to be a moral person. That shit don't work on me. But Curtis Stone, he threw my name in there, and I seen what Owen Benjamin did with that. I said, yup, that's why he don't fuck. That's why Owen Benjamin don't fuck with me. That's why Owen Benjamin told people in his live chat, don't bring up Barricade Garage. If you do, you're banned. So he can control the whole narrative on our back and forth that happened with the Jort Wars. That how it is. He only respect niggas. That's true shit. As a matter of fact, I'll go that Owen Benjamin is very anti-white. Don't let his nigger rants fool you. Owen Benjamin loves niggas. 1 minute, and how come Kanye West can't get his kids? And how come black people say kids? The next minute Kanye West call him up. He gonna stream the next day. Guys, Kanye West is a real man, and I respect him, and we not talking about him. How come he didn't give the white man that same courtesy? He didn't do that to Curtis Stone. He didn't do that to Made by Jim Bob. He didn't do that to Joe Rogan. He didn't do that to Steven Crowder. I sat up there, I told Owen Benjamin in a live stream, that's still on YouTube. I'll fuck his wife Amy, put black babies in her belly, and have him raising my biracial babies, cause I'm a jet. This nigga hit me up in the D. You're so funny. You're funny. But soon as a white man make a joke about him, he goes scorched earth. That's just mine now. You gotta be a nigga, man. You gotta be the act a fucking monkey. You gotta act a monkey. That's the only thing that's gonna shut him down. Try and use logic. That shit doesn't work on people like that. It's certain tactics. Like, you gotta know how to read the room. And don't think just because you can point out hypocrisy that that's gonna change how somebody's audience views them. Because a lot of people don't care. And a lot of the people that watch On Benjamin online, I've noticed, they're not into like truth, or they're not really into these things. They're into the whole rebellious facade. Like a white man that says nigger. Rebellious, right? The white man who calls out the Jews. Rebellious. It's the rebellious aspect. That's what you're dealing with. I would do that, like, our hero, because he doing that. And if you're a buttoned up, like tidied up person, and you try to like go to war with somebody like that, you're kind of going to lose in the eyes of his audience, because they're not looking for somebody moral or somebody who's the high road, because he can easily switch it up. I'm a comedian. That's why I said you got to be a nigga. That comedian liability shield doesn't work on niggas. Well, I got 2 more questions. What's up? Don't add another E-Nasty Nation. Yeah, I got 2 more questions. What's up? Rishi. BG, did you catch the Hoax Wars sniping? Yeah, I seen it. I seen your comment on there. It was like, Hoax Wars is live. That's why I went over there. And that's when I heard Curtis Stone mention the land scam, and the whole, your dad's was gay, and you finger your butthole and all that. Like, that shit, you're not gonna really tap into the type of people that watch him. And trust me, you don't want to. Those people right where they belong. The people that watch him, that's his people. That's the people that watch. I guarantee you, over half the people that showed up at the Bear Man organization party, whatever the fuck, the Bear guy meetup thing, I guarantee they don't even watch that nigga. They just showed up because they people were showing up, and when people show up, people like, yo, can we come? What y'all doing? They're like, shit, we going too. We all going. We going that way too. Niggas just show up. You don't have a few select people that's like, yo, this nigga really ain't about that shit. But then you gonna have a lot of homesteaders that's not really in tune with the current climate on certain situations, and they just gonna show up because of the overall image of the homestead thing. That's where their support comes from. As far as what the actual person is like, they don't give a fuck. So people thinking that, oh, he's having a falling out with this person, I'm glad his audience got to hear it. It don't work like that. That's not how that shit work. That's not how that shit work. It takes a special kind of man to actually be accountable for the words that come out of his mouth, to stand by his word, and to actually take accountability for when he's wrong, especially in the eyes of his followers. That's really worth being called a leader in that situation, and that could really change the tide on his behavior, or be his thought process. That's not on Benjamin. And anytime you try to nail him on one subject, he just going to slip away from that and hit you with something else. I'm not a homesteader, I'm a comedian. Or I'm not a comedian, I'm a bar king, I'm this, I'm that. You know, you know. I'm just trying to give y'all some. He said that he done told y'all, he done told Curtis Stone too many lies. He said me and him friends and be having friendly back and forth. I'm not that nigga friend. I made 5 diss tracks on that nigga, and then I made a playlist so you niggas would never forget it. I don't fuck with On Benjamin. He could think I'm his friend. I'm a comedian. So yeah, I'm gonna take shots at him when I feel like it, for one, and because he said he's the world's best comedian. I know for a fact I'm better than him. I'm funnier than him. I'm faster than him. I'm an overall better man than him. Not to toot my own horn, but I'm just saying, like, I really be out here doing shit, making shit happen. But yeah, cuz got a lot of kids, so 1 minute the status gotta be, yo, you how many kids? I don't trust a man with a lot of kids. Then a nigga with kids like Curtis Stone come on, then it switches to something else. Or if you're not funny, you can't make, then it switches to something else. Or you're not a homesteader, you get a homesteader, then it switches to something else. So it's like playing whack-a-mole, unless you're a nigga. And I don't know if you know this, but I totally fit the fucking description. So yeah, he's going to submit to me every time my name is brought up, because he doesn't want that. I noticed that nigga, he get on his hands and knees when my name is brought up. And he'll sit up there and cop a plea, and we're friends. We're friends, to try to minimize what the fuck he said about me. I don't play that shit. It's just that I know. And I don't respect you. When I say I don't respect you, y'all hear me say, there's a lot of people I don't like. But when I say I don't respect you, because I'm a man of respect. That's what my life has taught me. That's what prison has taught me. Respectable men. I can pick them out. I know how to identify them. When I say I lost respect for you, yeah, I don't, that's deep. That cuts worse than when I say I don't like you. That cuts worse than when I say I hate you. I could respect somebody I hate. Keep it 100. Yeah, I don't respect On Benjamin. But every time my name brought up, he want to act like this shit was just a joke. Like, it's jokes. I wasn't mad. This shit jokes. I went nigga on him, but that's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do. People felt like I was wrong. I had a lot of people that watched me that was mad at me. They were saying, oh, you know, Watachi, he gave me his 2 cents. He's like, oh, you going after wives? I was like, yeah. I never told y'all I don't. I'm not this high ground, morally superior person. I never led you guys to believe that. Yo, if you come for me, I'm talking shit about your wife. I'm On Benjamin times 10. Minus asking other grown men to pay for my items in my lifestyle. Without all the narcissistic traits and shit. But that whole night, nigga, I don't give a fuck about, nigga, your family on the line. Nigga, it could be me and you. Nigga, I'll pull you, hold on, shorty, right there, though. You could have a clubfoot child. Don't come for me, son. Yeah, your clubfoot child. Nigga, your kid shit walking, your kid walk like a crab. Sideways and shit. You sitting up here talking shit. Be like, oh, yeah, everything on the fucking table. That's some nigga shit. So I just go 0 to 100 real quick. I'm not even going to give you the opportunity to violate the terms and agreements that you set. Everything can be good. You see how On Benjamin tries to put premise on shit. You haven't crossed the line, so we're all good. He'll cross the line and start the line crossing. You don't let somebody like him start the line crossing. Once you let him start the line crossing, that's a wrap for you. You can't bounce back. You gotta be a nigga. You gotta be the aggressor. You gotta be DMX, and it's dark and hell is hot. You know, you gotta cane Corso your way through the bullshit. You can't just be on some, here, I'll let you talk. Oh yeah, niggas muting mics and shit, trying to control it now. I'm like, here, you're not, no. You know, do your thing. Let the chips fall where they may. Shout out to Curtis Stone. I didn't know he watches me, but he watches. I don't watch him. I don't even. It's Curtis Stone. I don't. You know, he does the microgreen thing. I don't. I never watched the broadcast of him. And I don't. I ain't even gonna hold you, but shout out to him. If it was me, I wouldn't even went on the nigga broadcast after how saucy he was talking to me on the text. I told you niggas on Benjamin be texting. I told you niggas that. Niggas ain't be like, oh, you don't know. Man, I told when on Benjamin had my number, because I don't have a laptop, I sent him my cell number so he could send me the link to the Zoom when we did that interview. When I appeared on his show, sent the nigga my number. Bro, I was getting text messages every day at night. Like he'd text you his streams, jokes that he'd just I'm like, yo fam, you like I told like me and Freedom Mink, we chop it up. Me and Freedom, that's why I respect Freedom Mink, cause he'd get at me on some, I'm hitting him up on some Ford, like yo, I'm thinking about buying this Ford F-250. What you think? He like, man, don't do it. Or he'd call me and really want to be like, yo, I'm thinking about such and such and such. Or then we chop it up on that. We done. On Benjamin, man, he gonna shoot you a wall of text. I told you niggas that. There's something wrong with that nigga. Like men don't send wall of text to other grown men. Men, first of all, let me tell you something. Men, when I was growing up, they grunted at each other. And the other man knew what that meant. I see my dad and his buddies, they'd be posted up. You know, they had their buddies, they were older. They'd sit outside the fucking 7-Eleven. They'd grunt on some King of the Hill shit. You like, damn, they grunting. Nah. In their world, they done had a whole fucking conversation. They understand it. They're just like, that's some nigga, that's some man shit right there. All this whole talk about your feelings, and I just dropped a video, and what do you think about this truth or spell, and all this gravy shit. Niggas don't do that shit. Like, that shit, niggas is talking about like, yo, I'm thinking about this. Like, yo, this engine right here giving me troubles. Like, I'm thinking about, niggas be like, yo, whoa, whoa, whoa. Niggas be out there, bitch. You young, you don't understand what the fuck going on, but they done got shit established. I'm not fucking, I don't text people like talking about. I don't keep shit going. That shit is damn ridiculous. A grown man, I wouldn't have went on that nigga's show after getting a text message like that. Who the fuck you keep texting? I hate that shit. I hate being in group text. I honestly do. Women are different. Women like that shit. They just talk because they talk. Women, you got a girl, her mom calls, they fucking talk. They talk about Williams Sonoma, Lord and Taylor, whatever the fuck. This shit going on at TJ, man. They just talk about shit. They talk. Men don't do that shit. Men don't do that shit. Not really. I guess now they do, but niggas don't really do that shit. Niggas don't do that shit. But they had it. Both at Nash, get out. Don't put an L in the word both. I caught myself, that shit fucking me up because I caught myself saying that the other day. I said both. I said that shit with a hard L. I had to smack my hand. I can't believe that shit. Nigga put an L in both. I cannot believe how many of these young and men are like this. Men are like, I wouldn't have went on your own feel. Ain't nothing else to say after you done sent me a text message like that. I'm not going on your show to prove what? To the Bears? So I don't even know why Curtis went on it. I mean, shout out, it was entertaining for me for a little bit, but I had to tap out that shit because it's just, you know. But yeah, you talk, you saucy like that, and then I'm gonna just show up and what, defend myself, nigga, or to your audience? That's a one-sided affair. Nah, the only thing we talking about after that is where we're gonna meet up so I can slap the shit out you. on some old darn shit. Like, yo, I'm gonna smack this shit. Like, yo, this slap contest, that shit happening on the 23rd. Let's sign up. You feel like ain't nothing else. Then we not talking after that. But Curtis Stone isn't a comedian, so he doesn't have that kind of. So when people hear him acting out of pocket and cussing, and trying to, get his nigga on, his people might be like, damn, like, yo, you take the high road, or like, damn, like, that shit not a good look, like, that shit not you, like, he, like, on got you out of your personality, like, on got you out of pocket, and you up here cussing, acting out, and that's why on Benjamin can be like, ho ho, you're on coke, and you see what the fuck I'm talking about. You let your personality, like, that's not you. So if I was him, I wouldn't even did that, because that just puts you in a position to make it look like you should have just really took the high road when you're a Curtis Stone. Like, man, you take the high road. Me, I'm gutter. I'll roll around in the mud with you. Some people, they don't really got time for that shit. But yeah, man, shout out to Curtis Stone, though. I ain't even true. Shout out to Baby Walk. Shout out to Tyrone and them. Well, I got 2 more questions, man. I'm ranting. What's up? I done showed y'all the truck. BG, let's ride up in the mud with that new Ram. What Ram? Not my Ram. Fuck no. Hell yeah. Walk you mean? Walks up. Walk you talking about? That's why somebody said, let's take the Ram and go mudding in it. I'm like, walk you talking about? Walk you mean? We're not going mudding in what? The walk you talking about? Yeah, I was just saying. Where Liz at? Is Liz in the building? Liz, come on down. I'm doing your yard work. I didn't forget I'm flying the fuck out there to do your yard work. Where Liz at? Liz ain't it? Liz, you got a wild laugh. I ain't even gonna hold Liz. Liz got that. I don't want it. She got that. I had tapped out, and then I had tapped into the Holtz War stream, and that shit just hit. That shit was just sharp. It cut through the air like a hot knife through butter. I just tap back. Imagine just being like, all right, I got some downtime. Let me tap back in it. I was like, who the fuck is that? It was Liz. That's exactly who it was. Liz, where you at? Liz has that. Yes, she do. Like, she could voice a character. Liz, I mean, she make some money with that, but cause she got that old. It's like an older. You know how like a older. It's not like an older woman husky. It's like she got a bedroom voice. It's like, oh, don't you? Oh, not one word from the bears. Oh, I see now. Absolutely correct. Oh, yes. Yeah. It is real bedroom cougarish. She sound like she'll pay for a bunch of shit for a younger man. I'm not saying these jokes. I don't need you. That's somebody I wouldn't want to have be on my bad. Like, I don't want to be on her bad. So that's why I said, yo, if I was on Benjamin, I'd come out there, I'd rake your leaves. The leaves are falling. Where you at, Australia? I'm coming out there raking your leaves. Anything to get you off of me, because Liz can make it with that voice. She sound like she'll pay for car parts for a younger man. You gotta do the right thing, though. Where Liz at? I'll do some yard work. That laugh wild as hell. Yes, the bears, the bear caught. Yes, I see now. Yeah. I was like, yeah, I'm going to Australia. I'm getting a ticket right now with my rake. I'm coming out there with my rake to rake. I know you need them gutters clean. I don't want to be on your bad side, Liz. I'd have given her, if I was on Benjamin, I'd have given her all the money back. What I owe? What? How much did you? What do I owe you? Take this shit and leave me the fuck alone. Here, I'd have airdropped that shit. I'd have had that shit sent to you so quick. Ain't no point in keeping somebody like Liz around to be a perpetual bad guy in this situation. Not with a laugh like that. I'm doing her yard work though. I got her. Where man, what else y'all got? I'm about to get the fuck up out of here. I gotta head across town. I have manly things to do. And by manly things to do, I mean I gotta head across town, hit up that Bed Bath & Beyond and get a new loofah. I gotta get a loofah. The one that grabs the dead skin. The one that's still living, you just scrub your body with it. They hit you with the, it's organic. I know shit, this shit is still alive. This sponge is living. You just washing yourself with a lie. You ever, they be like, yo, the loofah is alive. Be like, hell yeah. This bitch done grown a quarter of an inch in 3 months. There's somebody watching me right now that need to go ahead and throw out their loofah and get a new one. That loofah has been with you since 2017. That bitch just be hung up in the corner of the shower, dry as fuck. That shit is past its expiration date. They don't expire. The only hands people disagree with you about that. The only hands people hate loofahs. You should only wash with your hands. The washcloth people are somewhere in the back watching from the bushes. They don't want to. They're like, nah, we gonna go ahead and stay out of this one. We still using wash rags. Yeah, let's not be seen right now. Yeah, I got 2 more questions, man. Today is 75 too, but yesterday it was Satan's butt crack weather. It was pretty chill here yesterday. I ain't even gonna hold it. Loofahs are the next garden project to the water. Yeah, I got like 2 more watermelons. Everything else, the watermelons started to die off. I ain't even gonna hold you. They started dying off. They don't look as vibrant as they. That's why I haven't posted a picture of them. Like I just pulled 2 watermelons yesterday. That's why I haven't did like a garden update or posted a picture of the situation, because the vanity in me won't let me, because that shit look rough. That shit seen better days. I don't want to just post that. And people be like, oh, and then the one dude that shows up, it's because he doesn't water. You know, I ain't doing this shit. But shit, the eggplant doing good. You haven't posted shit lately. I've been uninspired. I've been uninspired. I've been working. I've been hustling. And it really ain't nothing I want to talk about. So I haven't been posting. Like, I'm really not big on social media. I do it because I fuck with a few people that really want to, like, you know, certain people they email. They like, oh, what you up to? Like I feel a slight connection with, but like I'm not for the masses. Like, I could fade away from all social media. Just, you know what I'm saying, hit people up. You know, we good. I had a feeling you were going to stream today about yesterday. Yeah, but this stream wasn't about the On Benjamin. I was just giving my take on that, because me and a lot of other people were kind of like in the same, we're in like the same dusty corner of the internet. Like, so I've been lumped in. Me personally, I'm like an accessory in the Jort Wars. I wasn't like the focal point, but I was like an accessory. So that was with the dude, he was like on the Baron stream, he was like, yo, this could be worse than the Jort Wars. I was like, ain't nothing going to hit like the Jort Wars hit. professionally speaking. Um, because I was just like involved in the Jordan Wars. Ain't nobody gonna smack as hard as I smack. So no, that aspect, Jim Bob got it. There will never be. It's not gonna. Nothing gonna be on that fucking level. I guarantee you that. Um, yeah, I was just a byproduct. I caught a stray. That wasn't even a stray. He shot. Like yeah, he pulled out the Draco and sent shots in my direction. I was like, no, this nigga didn't. He missed everything. I said, no, this nigga didn't. This nigga just shot at me, son. Like I'm over here being a comedian and he just let loose on me? What? I couldn't believe it. I woke up and seen that he tagged me in that Instagram post. I said, what? He tagged me in the Instagram. I was like, this nigga Owen Benjamin feels like he could play with my name like this? Now he trying to play me like I'm pussy? What is this? I was confused. I was like, yo, what have I done that makes him think that he could do this shit and get away with it? Like, what is this? I didn't know. I didn't know it was, I didn't fucking know. I didn't know if I seen that. Oh, hell no. But yeah, I was just like an accessory in that. So that's just why I covered the Curtis Stone and Owen Benjamin shit. Because that shit wasn't really. If I was Curtis, I wouldn't never even went on there. Like people, I was just letting y'all know how that type of thing operates. You know, with people. With people having high hopes for other people maybe leaving or dropping their beard, like that's not how that shit works. It yeah, I explained it, but yeah, this was about the truck because people wanted to know why I sold the skid steer, and this is why. You know, I do the thing I do all the time where I level up. You know? Well, no one, you have to check people or you will be walked over. Very nice level up. Yeah, dude, there's a method to how you check people. You don't escalate. When you know that person's track record, you act accordingly. Um, so like me and somebody else, like we get into it. Like I'm not gonna say I'm a comedian and just go raw meat. Like this shit. Like I'm not. It's not fake to be different. Like I told you, I'm at this entertainment. I'm an entertainment. I'm a distraction, as somebody called me. Like I'm not rah-rah in real life. I'm respectful. I don't cuss as much. I don't cuss as much when I'm talking to customers. Um, and nah, I'm really overall a good dude. I don't really come off rough around the edges. Sometimes you just gotta match the energy of the other person. And some people that get into it with Owen, they don't do that. It's like you not hype enough. You not raw enough. You're not a nigga. Like you gotta go nigga. You gotta power up. Ah! Super Saiyan 2 is a nigga. And then you just gotta roll. You gotta go hard from there. Otherwise, man, you're not gonna get no respect. Watch, they gonna be talking about Curtis Stone for weeks to come. His audience gonna be making me. When me and him got, you ain't see that shit. He shut that shit down quick. It was like, yo, next person that mentions Barricade Garage is getting banned. People were getting banned for bringing me up because he didn't want to talk about it because shit turned raw. So he was banning people for bringing up my name, but you could go in there and say anything you want about Made by Jim Bob, and he'll entertain. Be like, Made by Jim Bob, fuck him. People like, yeah, Barricade Garage. Who said that? We don't talk about him here. But anyway, back to Barricade Garage. That's why I said I was an accessory to the Jordan Wars. I was the dark part of the Jort Wars. No pun intended. I was the dark side of the Jort Wars that he doesn't want to discuss. He wants to put that behind. I watched Curtis Stone bring me up twice. And the first time he changed the subject. Curtis Stone was like, in Barricade Garage. I was like, this nigga watches me? Owen Benjamin was like, get to the fucking point. Are you going to read the text message? Then he brought me up like about 5 minutes later. And Owen Benjamin, me and Barricade Garage are friends. We have friendly back and forth. Oh, Barricade Garage can take a joke. You can say what you want about Barricade. Like he started. Yeah, I was like, yeah, go ahead, bury me then. You know, so I'm just, giving y'all heads up on how you got to be with people like him. It ain't like that with everybody. Like if me and Jordan Peterson got into it, you don't go up there and act a nigga with Jordan Peterson. Now I would have went up there. I wouldn't have cussed. We would have had it out. I would have used words that are larger than I normally use. You talk different. It's not being fake. It's just you know where you are. You read the room. This person like that, like I'm matching that person's energy. Like I'm literally a reflection, but it's like you can be from the gutter and go up. But if you're up, you can't go down to the gutter. So if you up, somebody that watches you gonna call you out for playing in the gutter. They're gonna be like, yo, what the fuck is you doing? Like you just, like you look, like watch your language, look at you. He got you acting like that. But I could clean up my act and people be like, damn, he can switch up. Yeah. It's survival. So, I mean, it's hard to explain, but it is what it is. Where Liz at? Oh my goodness. The bears. The bears. And the bears are still following him. Oh my goodness. I tapped in. I heard it. I said, that's the type of laugh you hear in your sleep. You hear that shit all the way from Australia. Like an impact wave coming. You be like, I don't know who the fuck this is right here. This that Rita Repulsa from Power Rangers laugh. This shit, Dr. Evil had a daughter laugh. You gotta hurry up and do yard work for her. You don't need to have her as a bad guy. You don't want her. You don't want to be on her bad side, laughing like that. Willie smokes in Virginia. Said, nah, she got that cool girl. I was like, where that dude who dates 62-year-olds? I was like, don't let him hear this. Cause when she come on, you sound like a minute in tune with the shit. Like, you sound like she. Like you do a little something, she pay for car parts. Like she got that mature, husky, cougar voice. Liz sounds like she just got finished reading a Sandra Brown novel and smoking a cigarette. And then hopped on the live stream. She got that laid back. You know how women read they freaky novels? They be reading the. She got that. I just finished reading a freak nasty novel. Look. Voice. It's the voice. like she could, like the ASMR shit. Like she could read freak nasty, not like the Sandra Brown novels, where these distraught women meet a man that handles them roughly, but they love it because he's like the captain of a fucking ship, and her husband does nothing but stay home and you know, and she's all like, I was taken aback by his utter beauty. So handsome. It's like, yeah, she put the Sandra Brown novel down. Alright? They just cozy up like in the book club. Like she got that book club voice. Like, y'all hear the shit, y'all gonna be like, damn. Yo, I heard it. You hear the shit, you be like, yo, Barricade Garage, right? She just got finished reading the Sandra Brown novel. I know this voice. This that husky cougar, 21 years. I'll pay for. Nigga, you. I need. Nigga, this nigga need. I'm just saying, she'll buy you a phone and so she get you a cell phone. She get you that new iPhone. You got gracefully. That's why I said I don't want her. Who got questions? I got two more questions, man. Yeah, yeah. Shout out to Liz. Liz funny as hell. Yeah, yeah. Who? I got one more question. How were the sunflowers, BG? The looking fucked up. I'm not even gonna hold you, baby walk. Them sunflowers look fucked up. That's why I didn't post a picture of them. I ain't gonna have y'all talking shit about my sunflowers and the one guy that always comes on. He didn't water them. Oh man, this shit fucked up. But believe me, you seen the hen house? They got the picture. You seen it? Give us an update, good or bad. This shit, it's seen better days. I tell you what, they done seen my sunflowers seen better days. They are cool. How tall are the sunflowers? Like 7 feet. About the plant, it's like 7 feet. Hello, Liz. Liz. Oh, Liz in here? Where Liz at? Oh shit, that's Liz. Oh hey Liz! Ha! I definitely wasn't talking about you if that's what you're wondering. I'm just taking final questions. Yeah, yeah, that's all. You like my child? Oh, thank you. Um, as tall as hell no. I got two more questions though. I got one more question, then I'm gonna go ahead and carry my ass on across this road, man. Liz, you ever bought a younger man a phone to read? Nah, not a phone, but like shit, like just you know, like like she paid for his car to get out the shop. Like it, like ladies, you ever met a man that got a car in the shop? Not nitpicking. No, this applies to a lot more women than men. See, women will pay for your car to get out the shop. Your shit, the mechanic, they put a lien on the bitch. She done paid the bitch off. She done paid your court fines. Like she paid you, fellas. You ever met a woman that pays your court fines? You've been sitting here putting $20 on it a month. She come in and just pay the whole $6,000. She a little bit older, but you love her. You know, she come in, she like, You like, what? I pay this $20 a month. This the minimum. She like, we about to pay the whole thing. You be like, damn, okay. You go right to that kiosk. She pay that shit. She slide her credit. What the fuck am I even talking about right now? But this applies to some dude in here right now. He know he got a sugar mama. And she pays for, he know what I'm talking about. She pays for, he like, yeah, big dog, she pay for shit. Hell yeah. It is not an entirely new phenomenon. Women have been paying for shit since like the early 90s. Like this is I'm just saying like it ain't even sugar mamas no more. Like young women got money now. So you older than her, she pull out her car, she paying for shit. You be like, damn, chill. Like, chill the fuck out, hold on. I told you, she talking about take her out to eat. You done made bologna sandwiches and she talking about, nah, let's go out. You be like, I'm broke as fuck. She get there, you get the bill, you try to pay, you act like you looking for your card. You go to the restroom, come back, she done already paid for the shit. You like, damn, chill. Chill out. Calm down. You should like, calm down what? Paying for shit. Hold up. Stop paying for shit for a second. Let me think. Fellas, you ever had a woman pay for shit but you don't like it? You don't like that your woman pay for shit? But you know you can't pay for it, so there's nothing you can do. You are conflicted inside, ain't you? She like, damn, what problems in y'all relationship? Y'all try to talk that shit out. She like, man, talk to me. What's going on? Like, nothing. That's some shit you don't really want to bring to the attention of your woman that you're like, man, ain't nothing. I'm good. I'm good. Just, I'm good. She like, no, ain't shit all good. Like, because you keep paying for shit. All right, I'm fucking sick of it. Like, damn, if I didn't pay for shit, we'd be broke. Then let's. Hold on, y'all. I got a little too excited. You be like, damn, let's just be broke then. We don't need to eat organic food. You know, you get you a new girlfriend, everything got to be organic. You can't afford that shit. She pay for everything. Like, why we can't eat the great value shit? That shit ain't even much better than you gotta bring up chemtrails. But you know the chemtrails are poison in the soil. So that organic shit isn't really even organic. Like we can eat this basic shit here. Yes, let's eat the shit with the hormone shot up in it. It's somebody ain't here know what the fuck I'm talking about. Big Bear and BG are separate but equal. Bill Taria ain't shit equal. I'm more superior. Don't hit me with that equality bullshit. I thought that's how he was going to end the stream. Hell no. Nah. I just got a little excited about women paying for shit. I don't even know if y'all can hear me right now. My phone. Y'all hear me? Yo, I'm good. Yo, Nash, I'm good. Yo, you hear me right now? Oh, all right, all right. Yeah, that's all right. Yeah. Yeah, I just dropped the phone because I smacked my hand. I got a little excited doing the bit about women paying for shit and men not liking it. But it's some men that have embraced it. They on the couch eating Cheetos right now, waiting for their woman to come home from work. They like, hell yeah, she pay for shit. You like, what you do? I don't do shit. I'm a stay at home dad like shit. You a stay at home dad? Like, hell yeah, I'm a stay at home dad. Yeah, I don't see no kids in your property. It's like, nigga, this baby Doberman. This nigga stays at home with the baby Doberman pincher. Talking about I'm a stay at home dad. Hell yeah. I give her a kiss when she come through the front door from she done had a hard day at work. I done had a hard day chasing this little motherfucker around the house. So we're equal. fuck y'all, that's funny. Some women be paying alimony right now. Women got money. Women got money. Men of the 90s tried, in early 2000s, tried to deny it. These bitches got money. It ain't shit for them to just take their socks off, record their individual toes, and post their shit online and make six figures. Come on. I got two more questions. Where the rich women at? They don't gotta be rich. They just gotta be above average. And people looking for a rich woman, they'll be the, you know, she make 40,000 a year, you make 15,000 a year. You like, yo, you a grown man making 15,000 a year. What the fuck do you do? It's like, yo, I work at the car wash. Yo, she just got a promotion at her job though, so I'm not about to be working at the car wash for long. That's all I'm saying. Milker Nation is going to have a heyday with Bridge Burner Bear. Yeah, I covered that. Meaning enough to eat steak 3 times a week. All right, let me look at. I planted some hot Skittles. That shit should be illegal. I think the U.S. is about to ban Skittles. That's why I've been making Skittle jokes. Like, you could boil some Skittles and dump the water on somebody. That shit is a felony. That's felony assault with a deadly weapon. Nigga, you looking, if you boil Skittles and dump the water on somebody, you looking at 20 to life. They taking that shit serious. Owen's already given his bestie Curtis a nickname. That's why I've been talking about the shit. Squirtus Moan. Where the fuck is my nickname? That's why I said Owen Benjamin is anti-white. I said it. He talked more shit about white folk than the law allowed. Soon as a hard time hustle nigga came out with the rich men north of Richmond, he couldn't wait to jump on and talk about that white man. He couldn't wait to be anti-white. He couldn't wait to talk shit about the white man from Virginia with the beard, but then promote Kanye West. Owen Benjamin is anti-white. He didn't even give me a fancy, mean nickname. And I told him I'm going to put biracial babies in Amy and have him raise them. He heard me say I'm gonna put babies in Amy, his wife, and have him raising my colored babies. And he went and told Curtis Stone that I'm his friend, and we had friendly back and forth. He's anti-white. I'm telling you some real shit. I'm telling you some real shit. He anti-white. All them white folk that showed up to the zoning meeting on my property in Boundary County, I'd probably be anti-white too. Wasn't nothing but white folk showed up. Don't nobody but white folk fuck with them. The white dude you talking about, that the trans kid situation, that white dude that you talking about got you canceled? Who the fuck? Uh, from James True on down and on up to Jim Bob and Curtis Stone and people's like Eric Nimmer is shit, and then you didn't believe them niggas. They told you about Eric Nimmer, you gave no stop, that's my friend. As soon as Curtis Stone bring some common sense shit trying to level the situation, you just turn raw meat. Yeah, nigga, you anti-white. You anti-white. Them boys paying you good too. Curtis did say no one where he lives likes him, so I think he saw your roast to him. A lot of people, a lot of people saw my roasting. People I didn't even think, like Ryan Long doesn't like the nigga. He saw my roast. When I did the On Benjamin roast session vid, Ryan Long subscribed to my channel. Ryan Long, I know you watching from the bushes. I seen that shit. All you need to do now is grow some eyebrows. Did Amy get bottled into a game? Who? I got two more questions. Um, yeah, I got questions concerning. Um, I got two more questions. I always eat Skittles, but when I do, I eat a lot of them. That shit about to be illegal. We have no questions. Well then, baby walk. I guess I'm gonna have to go ahead and get the fuck out of here. And shout out to Waste Management. Someone sent Curtis your roast on Twitter yesterday. That's where he saw it. Oh, okay. I don't have Twitter, so I don't keep up with that. What is worse, micro wings or anti-wigs? BG, will you keep going for 30 more minutes? This fence about fixed. Shit, if the battery don't die. The Feast of Trumpets. Shout out to the Feast of Trumpets. Um, the Feast of Tabernacles. Um, the last great day. Um, yeah, shout out. How that Jeep running, player. Say how the Jeep running. The Jeep. This barricade. It's running good. It turned into a truck, but it's doing good. That big got rear coil springs, I tell you why. It remind me of Barricade, so I named it Barricade. It was only right. Whose truck is that? I don't know who truck this is. Somebody just parked it in my backyard. I don't fucking, somebody left it here. How did the watermelons do? They did good. They did good. I'm gonna put the patch in the same location next year. Um, I'm thinking about making the patch bigger and using my main patch for something else and just putting all the watermelon in that area. Cause I only had like like 5 plants in that area, and I got like 12 watermelons. So I say I did good. Is that a Chrysler Imperial? Hell no, they're Fiat. I'm team Fiat. Rams need rear airbags. No, the fuck they don't. Yeah, if you want to tow some shit that over the max capacity, yeah, but no, the fuck they don't. You get some HD springs, you be good. People don't want to swap out the springs or pay for the towing package. Like my shit don't squat. I pull a 16-foot trailer. I had this for like a month now, for like 3 weeks or something. Pull the trailer, no problem. Barricade though. What up, Lele? You wanna show us your backup skills? Man, ain't shit to back up. I got a backup camera now too. I ain't doing all that. That's for peasants. What's up with those fake watermelons going around? Chinese melon bombs? I ain't seen it. Hey, that Jessica. Jessica. And Liz. Oh my goodness. Not one word from the bass. Oh, and that's absolute. Like what happened? Shout out to Liz. I'm coming over there to clean your gutters. Don't worry. I don't want to be on your bad side. When Liz laugh about you, it just makes you feel small. You can't. Hey, she laugh. Hey, man, somebody Liz like what she laughing at you. You gonna feel small. You just feel. She got like Liz has the type of laugh that minimizes whoever she's laughing at. Like if you getting roasted at the morning bus stop by other kids, and you hear somebody like Liz just laughing at the jokes about you, you're gonna have a hard time with a comeback. Because not only is it distracting, it throws you off your game and makes you feel small. It makes you feel like you've been defeated. Soon as she get the laugh. You know what? I think I lost this one. I don't even have a comeback. Why she laughing at me? Shout out to Liz. Well, I got 2 more questions. BG the Ram man. Yeah, I guess so. Imagine at a restaurant, who with Liz just randomly laughing. That shit gonna throw off the cook. The fuck is she laughing at? My omelet? Oh, oh, she laughing at my omelet? Yo, I'll never make omelets again. The fuck is that about? Like, yo, you might as well just stop making omelets. Like your omelet is dumpster juice. She laughed at it. Like, yo, Tony, take the omelet off the menu. Yeah, I'm not making that again. And she fucking laughed at it. You gonna have one day, like I told you not to put ketchup on it. Yo, you finished with that fence yet? What the fuck is all done? Are you done? Is you finished or is you done? Joy Behar. Shout out to Joy Behar. Oh, the bitch from yeah, Whoopi Goldberg. Almost. Man, that's what I'm talking about. We get shit done. Hurry up. Are you breeding spiders and mice in the wood piles? No, but it is about time for those black widows to come out. They're already out, but you're gonna start seeing a lot more because it's humping season. So you going they like to just chill in wood that's been sitting. Like they make babies, have babies. You'll see them with babies on their back. You know. Are you all practicing walking? We are gonna be walking soon. Damn right. You being walking. BG, you hear about the 18-year-old that died of cancer about a month ago in Virginia? Nah, nah, I ain't hear about a lot. I mean, a lot of people died from cancer here, probably. So I ain't. Black widows looking for white men. Faith, get them a yogurt. They are trying to stop us from deer fishing in Ohio. Made by Jim Bob is sus. Could it be? Bitch, I'm sus. Yeah, I got a backup camera now. What is a Hoosier? Yo, what the fuck is a Hoosier? What is that? I was watching this show the other day, and this dude called the other dude a Hoosier, a Hoisier. You fucking Hoosier, Hoisier. I don't even know how to say this shit. Yeah, I got a backup camera. I, I got a backup camera. Yo, darn, you done? Hold on in. There's Liz. Your laugh is wild. Jessica, Liz has been in the building. Where have you been? You've been going on about Liz's laugh. She been here. I done already made a joke and a half about it with her in attendance. You're back. I was just wondering what happened to you yesterday. Oh man, I've been back. This a throwaway stream too. But yeah, I've been back. I got this gotta go out. I gotta load that on the trailer. Get ready to pull that. I'll show you a license plate. We will all be coming over for dinner. There goes the license plate. Now, if you know what to do with that license plate, where you can find me, you more than welcome to come for dinner. I should delete this stream. They tell me it's not your truck. It's not my truck. The dude who truck this the dude who owns this truck dropped it off for me to clean it. I'm just back. I just cleaned it. That's all. Yeah, I gave you guys some good advice to use when looking for a used vehicle to purchase at the beginning of this stream. So take heed. Some people, they just buy a used vehicle and they like the way it look on the outside and it's all pretty, but they get it home and that shit fucked up. Oh, and believe me, I had my scan tool with me. That's the first thing I did. Because I looked at like 4 Rams. That process of getting a vehicle is a bitch. I looked at like 4 different trucks. And the first thing I would do before I even check for rust or the oil or the engine bay or the paint, the scratches, any of that weird shit, I scanned it. Not with the cheap one neither. The one I have that's like 600 touchscreen. What is it? I forget what it's called. But I scan it, check all the computers in it, and a lot of them was throwing fault codes that the owner had cleared. So you got the owner that clears the check engine light, and then when you come to look at the vehicle because you want to buy it, and you scan it, your scanner will let you know if the check engine light has been cleared. Oftentimes, it'll tell you in the form of how many monitors have come back. So what you have is like monitors. The monitor like 7 to 10 different systems, the emission systems, the O2 sensors, all that shit. So those have to come back as pass. When they come back as not complete, then that means somebody has recently cleared the check engine light. And this is the data they use at the emission station to tell you got to come back after you drive it some more. If you were to go up there after you clear the check engine light and you think you're going to pass because you cleared your check engine light, they can still detect it in that form. Other times it'll say pending code. Like if you have a pending code, like say for the NOx sensors or some other emission related component, the EGR, some weird shit, it's going to say pending. That means the check engine light isn't illuminated on the dashboard, but the computer senses there's a problem and it's going to go through several different cycles before it throws that check engine light, which then makes it a permanent code. So you can delete it, but then it might say pending again if somebody were to go into the scan tool and look at the information. So there's really no way you can hide from somebody that has any type of decent scan tool. So that's the first thing I'll always do with when I'm looking for used anything. BG is really in the monitors. Yeah, I can show y'all right now with the with the scan tool. Matter of fact, I'm not gonna do it now because I got one hand, but this my everyday scan tool. Let me just flip that seat up. Where the fuck is it? Did I put it in here? I think it's over there. But yeah, this is just the shit I keep. Air compressor, tape measure, Milwaukee, some zip ties, some tape. Keep the batteries down here. But yeah, I think it's over on that side. Put the seat up. But yeah, this is just some helpful information. All right, what we got here? So I keep this with me everywhere I go. That's that NOCO Genius Boost GB150. Extremely important. This stays in all my vehicles. This the big boy right here. Genius Boost 150. All right, yeah. So this is just a run-of-the-mill scan tool. Costs like $80, real cheap. And you could tell when you hook this up to the vehicle's OBD2 port, you could tell somebody has erased a code or what permanent codes, pending codes. You can look and see how many monitors have come back. You can get all types of fancy information with just this one. I have a more exclusive one in the house, but this one right here, this gets me by. And of course, you know, I keep my tire plugger kit just in case I got a tire I need to change out. I think I paid like, I don't know, like $400 for this NOCO Genius Boost 150. Absolutely worth it. I've had this for like, I don't know, like 5 years. I bought that when I was working for the courier service as a fleet mechanic on the Nissan NV2500s and the Rams and the Ford Transit vans. And that thing has come in handy because a lot of times the vans and the trucks that's sitting out front this shop, or we got in a spare uh, parking lot, we keep them all the way at the back. Sometimes the battery, you leave the battery hooked up, drains the battery, especially if it has a parasitic draw, and you need to get that vehicle fired up so you can roll it into the bay. This comes in handy. Took a screenshot of that. I'm going to my husband to buy it. Yeah, my wife has a GB1, a GB 80, 90. She has a smaller one that I have her keep in the back of her vehicle, just in case she out somewhere. Not even her vehicle, but her friends or whoever she's with or somebody that she could possibly help out in the parking lot. They shit not starting, and it's pertaining to the battery. That can get them up and going, and potentially help somebody out tremendously, if not herself. So where's the Virginia is for lovers license plate? Man, you already know what time it is. Virginia is for lovers. When you see it, you already know what time it is. I'm throwing this stream away. You guys really can't do nothing with my license plate number. Like that. I hope y'all know that. Like I see a lot of people, they'll put their thumb by their license plate. There's nothing you could do unless you police. There's nothing you can do on my license plate number. You could throw that shit in the Google search bar. You could put that shit in YouTube. You can enter it into the search bar on MySpace. It's not gonna give you nothing. It's just people have held on to the long time myth of you can get that, and maybe you could at a certain point, but not today. You need to go through so many checks and different shit that just, unless you the DMV or police, you're not doing shit with my license plate number. The only thing that's going to tell you is I'm in Virginia, and I rap that all day. So I'm Virginia down to the socks. So you already know that. Where's our resident cop? You talking about Hillbilly Hard? He out somewhere chasing somebody faster than him, knowing he ain't got no business trying to run that fast. Do you recommend a portable compressor? I'm glad you asked, my friend. If I didn't already answer that, let's talk about it. Yeah, let's absolutely talk about it. This Milwaukee compressor right here will air up one of these tires from flat in like 2 minutes, if that. I'm talking about like 0 psi to 40 to 38 psi. So it's a little, just a tad bit slower than air, but has a long battery life, and I keep this with me everywhere I go. It's come in handy. So this pairs well with my tire plug, because ain't no sense in having an air compressor in your vehicle if you don't have a tire plug kit. Because you're going to air up when you get a nail and your shit flat, when you go back to your vehicle after you leave the store, and you looking at it like, damn, I'm going to put air in it. Then you got to put that nail in there, that shit leaking air. So you pull it, you pull a nail, plug it, then use this bad boy here, you good to go. But now, on some real, I joke about being a Milwaukee shell, but Man, this shit is worth every penny. I think I only paid like what was it, 180? That's a small price to pay for at least just having a peace of mind, you know? This shit fills up everything. I use this for my skid steer. I use this for these tires, those tires. It got the attachments on the back. You can fill up basketballs, all types of stupid shit. See, this the back of it. Let me see. Then the cord just wraps neatly around it. That's one thing that the M12 version of this doesn't do. So yeah. What is it? What partner? What the fuck is what? Fucking yeah, the M18 air compressor. I mean, you say I'm a Milwaukee shield, but I'm not. Yeah, I get it. And I recommend. I listen. I know I said I'm not a shield, but I recommend this Milwaukee tape measure. Like no, but like all right, stop fucking with that. I know I sound like a shield. I'm not. Trust me. But this is just a badass tape measure, and it has the overmold on it, and it's ergonomic as fuck too. Check this out. You just get in there. Stop doing that. Act right. You just get in there like that. And another, damn, okay. See the magnet strong as a bit. You see I ain't want to let go. See that magnet? It got a magnet on the end. It has a magnet on the end. And you see these numbers. See, so somebody like Watachi running free, he doesn't have to squint to see these numbers. They're big, they're bold. Look at that. You can't miss that. A lot of tape measures, they have the small numbers on them. I love this thing. And this was only like, I don't know, 30 bucks. I just keep that everywhere I go. And you won't believe how many times I've needed a tape measure for just miscellaneous things and reasons and haven't had one. So it may sound like, why you keep a tape measure in your car? You're not a carpenter, you're not man, trust me, that shit comes in handy, especially when you need to take like a quick measurement or something. Like, yo, just get one and keep it in the truck. People, y'all don't know the struggle with a shit tape. Oh yeah, I definitely do. Check this out. Now this is a shit tape measure. Yeah, check that bad boy out right there, huh? Yeah, Nate, you like that? Yeah. This is a shit tape measure. This is why I'm telling y'all I know my shit. I know the difference in tape measures. I got tape measures all over the fucking place. Trust and believe me. Look at it. I mean, at least this one has a level on it. Got a little level right there. So you can level some shit. But it's just, look, just check it out. Check it out. Look. And I keep this in the gator because you never fucking know. But look at the numbers. Watachi's not gonna be able to see that. You know, you're getting old, you gotta squint, you gotta look at it. This is just and it's not ergonomic. It has no overmold. It's shit. You know? So I just keep this one in the gator. That stays out here in the gator, just like that. I'm telling y'all, man, you when you need to measure something, you need to measure something. I'm telling y'all some real shit. What are you measuring so much? That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. When I need to measure, I need to measure. Like you won't believe how much it comes in handy. This shit come in handy. All right, I got two more questions. Oh, this bitch take premium too. I'm 93. Yeah, I don't put no regular gas. I got a 30-gallon tank too. So I filled up the other day. If you paid attention earlier in the stream and you seen the truck start up and I took you in there, you seen that my gas gauge is damn near full. I keep this bitch full. Um, yeah, it got a 30-gallon tank, and I think it cost me like 140 to fill up. So nothing but premium. I don't put no regular in here. The manual recommends mid-grade or above. I just say fuck it, went ahead premium. 93. That's all this truck gonna see while it's with me. So, all right. Oh darn, you should be done with that fence. I'm about to go ahead, get the fuck up out of here, head across town. All right, I'm out.